Hello, welcome back to Hyperion's ranking overview, number 5, I believe. Most likely number 5. I just checked. But I'm joined by Digi and Villamir, if you want to say hi.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright, so Loki tournament. Finally a fixed ranking, one of the real ones, the fun ones, because everyone can play it without needing things. But anyways, they wanted me to show this cutoff graph. This thing, 184, 302, what is that about?
so that's the score you need to get a crown
Let's go,
to
cutoff.
be
Japan.
in Japan, yes.
So usually NA
Well,
does a bit worse, so
most likely.
most likely. Okay,
It
then.
is a good goal to aim for.
Well, if you look at the rewards, if you're just clearing for the stone, try to get the at least 50 to 62 range because that's a 6 magic stones. 6 magic stones. That should be easy to get, right? Right? If you're just clearing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, I have the strats on the screen by Digi, of course, and I'll show the boards whenever we need to. But they're very stretched out because poor formatting. But it's whatever. Whatever. Anyways, you wanna talk about it, Miriam?
Yeah, so let's just go into the tournament, I guess. So, floor one, it'll give you this bicolor, and it's actually a fixed distribution of 12 hearts and 18 hills. Generally, you just want to make rows because rows are boosted in this ranking, and so are superfluo. But just given this board, the best thing you can do is make 3 blue rows. So if you're not interested in learning boards, just do something like this.
Only
5
the
rows.
blue rows are boosted. Hard rows are not boosted.
Yep, dark rows are also not boosted. They also don't exist. And on floor 2, the first turn, it will also give you the same board, the exact same distribution as the first board. So you can do the same thing. If you notice, there is a absorb, so you can use Reune to get rid of the absorb. It kind of deletes your good board. As you can see, this is not a perfect distribution, so we're going to have to live with that. But, you know, just to clear, not very difficult here. Using the absorb, getting through this floor. This turn, this is a fixed pattern, so he'll always make this, and generally you want to use Gabriel here. Pretty much everyone will use Gabriel, will make this, and you want to make a super Fua so you can kill him. He has a resolve, there's no auto Fua or whatever. So, you know, easiest way. And then we're on the boss. So the first turn, this boss board is a fixed distribution as well. He'll make 10 of each. And I mean, it's a 5 combo shield. All you need to do is make a super Fua. And this actually resolve skips the boss. This is some useless information, but you know. And then he will make this board. And generally, you want to just make the same board every single time. There's 2 ways to do this. Easiest way is probably that. Alternatively, you can do something like this. I don't know. But pretty much every run is going to use that last board, so this is not a good score. This will maybe it will get you the stones if you run like that, 140. But as we mentioned before, you need a 184k to be safe for crowning. Quote safe.
Actually, should I try the free strat to see if I can get the stone score?
Yeah, sure. We can run.
Okay.
We can run the like really easy.
Let me know what to do
Brain
here.
dead
I
strat
forgot
first.
already.
All
What do I
right, so I'll
do?
just run slightly ahead of you. So first turn, let's just make rows. Okay, we made rows.
Since I'm playing badly, therefore it should be roughly about a
Second
score.
turn, I'm going to use Reune, and I'm also going to make rows. Yeah, I made rows.
I in fact made rows. Yes.
Third turn, I'm going to use Gabriel here and just make this super foil. On Loki, just for ease, I'm gonna use ill 6 here. So he makes some blues and hearts, whatever. So I make a
Because
super four in a row. That's whatever. And then this board is the same every single time.
whatever, that's good enough. Now what do I do on the last board again?
You make
make
a
a
super
super
four
four.
and some stuff.
Gotcha. I forgot how to do it.
Anyways, we
What am I
cleared
doing?
this decently quickly. Not so bad.
There we go. Whatever. Damn, I'm rusty. Let's see what I get. Hopefully it's enough for the stone score. If not, just play
I
fast.
think it is because we're quite early in the week and most people haven't played it yet.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
173. Wow, that's okay. I see now.
Yeah, so I got 182, which is currently a crown and an A.
That's crazy.
You shouldn't
Well,
play like this. This is just to, clear the dungeon relatively quickly, but
yeah.
I
So
should
to do
mention
better,
this-
you wanna
yeah, the scores are
do
kind of
better,
compressed.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll find out at the end of the week, but I'm probably gonna get
Yeah.
a crown before then, so we'll see. Not
as
probably,
Davey
most
will
likely
say,
we'll see. Well, anyways, all right, what's next?
So to do better, you kind of want to make either more rows or you want to Skyfall a lot more, but we cannot control Skyfall, so we're gonna make more rows.
yes. So to do more rows, unfortunately, that means we might have to take more turns. So let's go in with let's try an easier strategy first.
Let's see, first strat
So
or
The first
yes, the
floor is
first
still the
strategy.
same as the previous, just match the 3 rows. And on the second floor, you can see that he has an absorb, so that means we can farm more turns on this floor. And since the first turn on this floor is kind of free with the free board, we matched it. And now it's time to decide which active we're gonna use. There are different ways.
So I misclicked, but we're using Rione, so we can leave.
this is the first strat, right?
Yeah. And then here,
And
you saw me.
there's also a better way to match this board, which Miru shows here.
Oh, interesting.
So we got 2 rows instead of 1 row with the super Fua.
And on this floor, you can either make a super Fua and a row if it's an easy board, but if it's a difficult board, I recommend using an L6 and making the stacking combo. It depends on which board you get. And this board still stays the same.
Oh, I see.
And if you're fast enough, you can even take an extra turn on floor 2.
And we'll show that in a second. So that was 185, which
nice.
is okay.
So that's the first
So
strat,
that's-
correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
that is
or you go
a crown score. And I mean, I was just going to run the next one.
first. Okay. The Ameno isn't used, right? In this strat?
You don't need to use it.
It is not recommended to use it unless you want to spend like 10 stones or something.
10 stones. Great. Oh, that's interesting. Are we moving on to second strat, or is there anything else to talk about?
Yeah, so let's move on to the annoying strat.
Which is not
Oops,
written
I
down.
missed it.
Which strat is this?
So
It's
this is
a
a king
variation
strat.
of the variation of it with different actives.
Yeah.
Ah, variation.
I think it's mentioned in one of the videos I linked below. In the other strats, I'm too lazy to write out.
If you could let me know which one exactly for the what do you call it, the video chapter? If not, I'll figure it.
You're now doing like Yuto's strats, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Okay, but unfortunately, I didn't hit the RNG, so I have to do this and that.
By RNG, you mean like distribution or Skyfall?
Yeah, distribution.
Which active or?
So I needed 6 heal orbs to use ill 6 without using Amino there.
Let's see.
so I didn't do that very well, but whatever.
Maybe you can go over this Gabriel board a bit later on, slower.
Yeah, I can try doing that. So really, we're doing pretty much the same things. We're just using some actives a little bit differently, maybe taking more turns. But you know, generally more turns means you're going to get a slightly higher score. I mean, this run was a little bit bad. We didn't actually hit the RNG. Do you want me to run again to see if I hit the
Sure.
RNG or no?
That's
All right,
good.
we're just gonna. We're having fun. This is just fun.
The fun. The
Yeah,
first
so
floor is
anyway.
Rose.
So there's RNG in getting the right orb distribution, and there's RNG in getting enough Skyfall.
Yeah.
Second
So
floor, you
this,
just stall. You stall one
if
turn
I
or two.
was 2.
So you row the first turn of that. Skyfall. Is that good Skyfall or bad Skyfall?
Yeah, that's not ideal, but it's there. So okay, so I'm gonna use Ill-6 here because I got enough blues. I missed that right, but whatever.
Skyfall saves you for that light, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, I don't think this run is too good, but it's okay. Okay, Gabriel. I'm just going to speed this because
yeah, we can do it in another run.
we're trying to get a decent score, so you know. And then since I saved the Amino this run, I can use it here to try and get a better board. Let's see if we get a better board. Okay, we didn't.
It's possible.
For a good Omno board, you want 2 blue rows and a super foe? Yeah?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
That's shown down there. That's the optimal Omino board, but that's never happening. So
yeah,
the best you can really hope for is the extra blue row.
I see.
But you know, this a little bit slower than last run because we got more Skyfalls. Should be a higher score. Here's 189, so that's okay.
Pretty good.
And is there anything
No,
else we need to go
just
over?
look
Oh
at-
yeah, I guess the row setups. So you saw I was playing just straight vertical or horizontal rows. You can also do different row cascade setups. So for example, with a 12 distribution, you can do something like this. And that cascades a row. That gives you 1 extra combo over straight rowing, which combos are important and increases the chance that you hit a Skyfall. So to show another variation, which is not listed, for the 12 distribution. And let's see if we hit one with Sonia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 11. I'm just going to do it reversed so we can see. This is one example for the 11 board, like that.
So you're basically 2 Waluigi Ls. I see.
Something like that.
Okay.
And you can see the dark row cascades there, but dark rows aren't worth any points. Let's see if we get anything here. No.
You just want a blue row to cascade, right?
No. All right, we didn't get any other ones, so
Yeah.
let's just move on. All right, thank you, Skyfall. We needed that.
And now you can also demo this board.
Yep. So let's use Gabriel. Generally, what you want to do is, it doesn't matter what you start with. I've been starting with green because that's what FaZe told me to do. You just drag this stuff over. So you have 6 greens here. You make the blue roll on the bottom, and then you just make the last green combo on the side. You can also just do it like this. This is probably easier for some people.
I think it's a bit longer to make. So it takes some time.
It's a little bit longer, but you know, it's a little bit more intuitive because you just move all the hearts to one side and greens to the other. And then this board is always fixed distribution. The way you want to do it is, or the way I do it is, you make this blue roll on top, then you make sure this combo here is dark, and then you can split it like this. You can split it like, actually I don't remember.
Horizontal.
You can split it horizontally, yeah. Brain fart, ran out of time. And then I showed you that way of doing this board. You can also start with that and then do that.
I think if you do Strat 1 fast enough, you can just crown without getting the good RNG
Yeah.
on
If
Skyfalls
you-
and on the orb distribution.
I mean, honestly, you could just one-shot every floor, and I think you can, or except for the boss, but you can just 5 turns and you can still probably crown.
Yeah.
10% is a little bit lenient generally for crowns, but
Should
I mean,
we-
that just means more people can try.
Should we move on to the king strategy? Top 3?
We did the top 3 string.
Or
See,
you
what
tried
is
a
the top-
variation, but
I got a 189. We didn't get the RNG, but we got an okay score.
Top 1 in GP is
189 is like,
198.
yeah, 189 is like 0.4 right now or something. As you can see, my 192 PV using the strat that we mentioned earlier is currently 0.2. So this ranking is difficult. People are trying.
Hell yeah, try. Oh,
But this is almost entirely dependent on, like, higher score at some points just entirely is dependent on board RNG. So whether you get 3-row boards from Sonya or Ryune, or Skyfall RNG, which, you know, again, you can't control. They're both RNG, so.
well, that is normal fixed ranking, so, or ranking in general. But
This is actually one of the worst rankings just because of all the RNG. I think
Damn.
FaZe did some math calculating, so it's like 1 in 80 RNG to even get a run.
But that's the RNG to get a king score. But if you
A
want it
king
to
run, yeah.
crown, it's just quite doable.
crown is definitely doable. Yeah. You want to give the king one
Well,
a
we
try,
should-
or
We shouldn't say RNG to get a king score, but a king run, because you need the Skyfall on top of that 1 in 80 RNG.
yeah. You want to give it a try? The
Anyways.
second strat, or
Didn't I do it? I did already.
oh, you did?
But
Oh,
maybe.
okay,
Maybe
fine.
Ramen can
I-
go for a good score now. For
Yeah,
the
I
Strat 1.
did the Amino and I didn't get it, so.
You want to try
I got
again, or
189.
I can try. But what else
I've
do we
been
need?
trying all day and it sucks and it's
Damn.
just unlucky. But we'll go again. The on-stream luck.
Streamer luck, yeah, you know? Well, I'll give it a try as well, because I haven't crowned yet.
Or you got any tips on making the Cascade version of this board?
I'm so lost.
We should go over that in a second. Let me use my extremely well-made team that I put together a few minutes ago.
Damn, I'm rusty. Holy shit. I played Pad in days. Oh my god. It's over. I'll use the first round first. We'll see.
Okay, so we didn't get 3 rolls on Sonya, so this one's already dead, but let's just keep playing.
Well, Ramen has 3 rows.
I'm doing
Lucky,
strat
lucky.
1. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Just continue and you will be fine.
I see. Okay, I got that board, right?
And now you're gonna decide if you want to use L6 or not.
Bill 6. How do I know?
If the hearts are quite close together, I will just combo the board.
Okay.
Also, I will press L6 and make the row.
Ah, right.
All right,
Row.
on
Oh, you
my
forgot
time.
the blue row. But,
Ah, I
that's
see.
2,000 points.
Oh, I see.
That's
Okay.
250.
And do I use something at the end? No, I don't. Okay.
Nope, I didn't get the Omino
Okay.
RNG.
That's fine. I can try again. I understand now. Thank you. Okay, now let's do this, but faster. You know what I'm saying?
It was a practice run.
Yeah. 177.
Yeah, so I got bad RNG.
Let's try again.
But 186. So anyways, tips for making the board. Let's go to Endless Corridor. I put together some garbage, so let's
Garbage.
take a look.
Yes. Peak, more like.
So Manoa makes a 15-15 board, and then I can use Blanca, which makes 3 greens. So now my distribution is 12-18, which is the same as 4-1. So how I make the board generally is I make 4 orbs on the bottom first, and then you kind of want 50-50 on this side. And these are just 2 L's. So as long as you make the first row on the top, the other 2 should be a little bit intuitive to make. They're just backwards facing L's. And if you put 4 orbs on the bottom, you can, I'm just going to quit this one and retry. As long as you make 4 orbs on the bottom, it doesn't matter what direction the L's are facing. So let's just use Manoa, Blanca again, and do the same thing. So we're going to make 4 hearts on the bottom. Make something like this, yeah. And that's it. Or I can switch these 2 and it will also be fine. So that's it for the 12-18 board. And if you're playing with the Sonya RNG or Reunion RNG, there's 2 other boards that you could get. So there's a 1911 board, which let's show it off right now.
It's the 2 Waluigi one, right?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 2 ways to do this board. You can do the 4 on the bottom, but then you have to have this orb missing when you do your 2 L's.
Oh, interesting.
So let me go here. It'll cascade the extra green row. Let's quit this run. This is inefficient, but whatever.
I got a 187. That's a crown, right?
Yeah, that's a crown.
That's a crown.
Let's go.
So let's use this and these 2 again. So this gives us our 11 distribution again. The other way you can do it is you can do these 2 L's like you normally do, but you have to have 3 orbs at the bottom, and you have to put it here. So if I go over here, you can see there's a big cross, a big T. Here, you don't have the vertical 3 match there. So that allows for the cascade to happen. And that solve is important because when we go over the 10 board, so that's this and this. So now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 heals to however many greens. You have to do the same pattern as we just did for the 11 board. We just have to lose 1 extra orb. So like this.
And do you count orbs or do you match and then figure out later on?
You pretty much just match and figure them out later on. And just for one more, I'm just going to go over the 11 board again. So if we notice the 11 board, if we do it like this, I think the 11 board is pretty intuitive to get. You can also do the 12 board in the same manner. So this is just a fixed distribution. You can also do 3 orbs on the bottom for 12. And then you just have to put the extra orb here or here. And then both of those arrangements work.
Interesting.
So
Well,
that's some
you have to count pretty quickly then, no?
Optimus. You can count, but really you should just send it and then see what happens.
So how do you start? Like the bottom row or the
Yeah,
top?
generally you make the bottom first. On the fixed distribution ones, they're easy because you know that you're going to either make 4 or 3 at the bottom. But for RNG boards, like I don't even know what I clicked here. I'm just going to make 3 at the bottom. And then, oh, it's a 12 board, so I just leave that one extra there.
Oh, that makes sense. So which floor is this? Or floor 2, I assume?
So the 12 boards are for floor 1 and floor 2. The other boards are for your Sonya Bicolor, which can be RNG. Sonya and Ryune. Sonya and Ryune. So whenever you want to use those. You can also use Ryune on the second to last turn,
I see.
but you
Oh,
probably shouldn't.
right, because Superfood. I see.
No, it's just you need the perfect distribution, otherwise
Oh.
it's not worth the points.
Right. Well,
But yeah, that's I think that's pretty much everything.
yeah, that's nice. Well, I got my crown, so we can technically end the video early. Well, anything else we want to go over? Or
I think we covered pretty much anything.
Mhm.
no? Well. Okay, well, those are the strats. Check out Digity's Reddit post or Discord pin. And anything else you want to say before we end?
Like and subscribe.
Right, yeah, exactly. Remember to like and subscribe. Well, thanks to Digi and Mira for joining me, and as he said, remember to like and subscribe.